Morning Gladiators, today is Thursday, March 18th. Today you're going to have a Malala micro write, and you're going to write about why it's important to use your voice to fight injustice. And I want you to, at a minimum, produce 8 sentences, which would be a paragraph, but you could do more than that. So if you open up the assignment, there is a document here. So from reading the quote from Malala, we realize that the importance of our voices only when we are silenced. Think about all the people in history who refused to stay silent when they saw unfairness happening in the world. Write about why it is important to use your voice to fight injustice. So you will submit that when it is complete. So using what you know about figurative language, you are going to brainstorm figurative language that you will put in your article. So for instance, if your article is about Amelia Earhart, maybe you can compare her to a bird, or you can personify her plane as, in pain or suffering, confused. And so this video here is going to review figurative language for you. Similes, metaphors, personifications, hyperboles, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. So brainstorm 3 examples that you can include in your poem from that would represent your article. And then you're going to complete slide 6 of your info poem. And slide 8, you're going to start actually writing your poem today. So if we were to reread this Malala poem, keep your eyes peeled for figurative language such as an idiom. There are 5 examples of figurative language from Malala's poem, such as dead carcasses left as a warning to all who disobey. Which type of figurative language is this? It's a hint, it's a comparison. So in your L&B, I want you to try to figure out what figurative language this is. All I could hear was the ringing noise in my ears. Horror shivered down my spine. This is my fight, and my voice is my weapon. They tried to take my life again, but I fought death with all of my might. So take a moment, press pause, try to find the 5 different figurative languages that are displayed in each line of the poem. When you're ready, the next slide will give you the answers. So please do this on your own first before you move on to the answers. So the first one is a simile. It's comparing the dead carcasses are a warning, using the word as. The second one is imagery, okay, using the sense of sound. All they could hear, and then the ringing is the sound. Horror shivered down my spine. This is personification because horror is not a human and can't necessarily do human actions like shivering. The fourth one is a metaphor, that her voice is her weapon. It's comparing 2 things, not using like or as. And the last one is personification. You can't necessarily fight death. Death is not a human. And so, but they're personifying it as one. So now you're going to complete slide 6. You're going to write figurative language that would fit in your poem from your article or based on your article. You don't have to find it from your article. You can make it up. Slide 8, you're going to start writing your info poem. So,
good morning. Please excuse this interruption. Students who need a device or chargers at this time, please make your way to the library.
So if you are stuck and you don't know how to begin writing your poem, a good hint would be, or a good tip would be, to copy your summary onto your slide where you need to write your poem, and start pressing enter after each phrase. So every 3 or 4 words that kind of makes a complete thought, press enter, press enter, press enter. So now you have your summary, but written vertically in phrases. And go back and go ahead and take away she was, pronouns you don't need. And so that, so let's say, for instance, your sentence was, she flew around the world. And then your phrase could be, flew around the world, or flying around the world, um, so that you are not writing in complete sentences. You're writing in phrases, and you can start by using your summary. So that might help you to create your poem. And so take some time to write a good poem over your article. It should include big ideas, supporting details, figurative language. And that's all I have for you today, gladiators. I hope you have a wonderful day.